So we are multiplying binomials, and we're using the box method.
Okay.
So please go to page 81. Please go to page 81. Alright, so you're going to have 3 things due for this unit. This is a brand new unit. Z.8, which is the homework due tomorrow. We're going to work on it today. An ed puzzle. It's a short one. And then Z.10, which we'll work on tomorrow. Alright, so binomial is what we're doing today. Tomorrow we're doing polynomials. Binomial, when you see the bi, that means it has 2 parts. Like if you're bilingual, you speak 2 languages. Alright, so here are the steps of the box method. And then your ed puzzle will review all the stuff that we're doing today. So the first thing you're going to do is draw the box. After we draw the box, we label the sides. After we label the sides, we're going to multiply. So everything inside the box that we put inside the box, we multiply. We're not adding at this point. To get the things inside the box, it's multiplying. After we multiply, we're going to write it. We're going to write it out. After we write it out, we're going to combine like terms. Oh, that's all it goes up. Alright, and so we're going to do an example with that. When I say combine, that means we're going to put together the things that are the same kind, but that means we're at the end, that's when we add or subtract. We don't multiply at the end. Now, when I do these examples, I'm going to show you how I get the answers. Now, I can do the multiplying and adding in my head, but if you are not so great at it, it's better to get a calculator and just to be sure of all your answers, because it's going to have different parts, and if you mess up on one of the parts with a negative, the entire thing is wrong. So I highly recommend you grab a calculator so that you can make sure everything that you're doing, all the steps, all the pieces are correct, because if not, it's going to mess you up. Alright, so we'll start with this one. What was the one I did last time? Not that it really matters, but alright, so we'll start with that one. So notice that they both have 2 parts. This has the 3r and it has the -1. This one has a 2r plus 4. That's why we call it binomial. We'll do some polynomials tomorrow where it'll have 3 parts or just 1 part. We'll do that tomorrow. Alright, so we're going to draw the box. So this is the box method. Alright, so we're going to write out the blue one, and so when step 2 it says label the sides. So of this box, we're going to fill in these sides. So it's 3r minus 1. Okay? And then the other side here is going to be this part right there. So that's 2r plus 4. Okay, everyone see how I fill out the sides so far? Everybody go with that? Okay, so the 3r is just this piece right there, the first part, then there's just the other part here. Now, to get in this first box, what I do is I'm multiplying the sides, okay, not the insides. I'm multiplying the sides to get the inside. So I'm multiplying this 3r times a 2r. Does everybody understand that? And I'm putting it in this box because those are the sides of this box. The 3r and the 2r. So I do the numbers first. So the numbers are 3 times 2. 3 times 2 is 6. Okay, I'm just doing the number. I'm multiplying. I'm not adding. I'm multiplying. 3 times 2 is 6. And then r times r, that'd be r times r, which I simplify that as r squared because you have two r's multiplied by themselves. Okay, that's my first box. Now, in my next box, I'm going to be multiplying. In this box right here, it's formed by this side, which is 4. This side here is the 3r. I'm not multiplying by the 6r squared. I'm multiplying by the sides of this box, which is the 4 and the 3. So I multiply the numbers. So 3 times 4 is 12. And then, so the 3 times 4 is 12. And then how many r's are being multiplied? Just one r, so you just put an r. Not r squared, because there's no r here, it's multiplied. So just an r. So r times r is r squared. Okay, so that's how I did this box. Now I'm going to do this box. To form this box, it's this side, which is -1, and this side, which is the positive 2r. Does that make sense? I'm getting this one. It's formed by this one and that one. So then I do the numbers first. So 2 times a -1 is a -2. How many r's are there? Just one r. So just put an r there. Alright, in the last box, I'm multiplying a 4 times a -1. 4 times a -1 is a -4. Because you just have one negative. Alright, so that was my third step to multiply. So I multiplied everything on the sides to get the inside of the box. So now I'm going to write it out. My 4 boxes, I'm going to write them out. So it was 6r squared minus 2r plus 12r minus 4. Okay, so now I'm going to do my last step, which is combine like terms. So I circle, squiggly, underline, so I can see which kind are the same, and I'm going to put those together to simplify. So this is a squared, so I circle the squared. This one has just an r, so I squiggly that. This one also has an r. Not an r squared, so I don't circle it. This one doesn't have any r's, so I underline that one. Alright, these two are the same kind, so I'm going to combine them. So I can do this in my head, but it's -2 plus 12. If you cannot do it in your head, then you put it in the calculator. -2 plus 12, and that's positive 10. Positive 10r. And then I bring down everything else. These don't have anything to combine them with, so they just come down. This one, they were both r, so that's why I had to combine them together. That's what we're doing.